Hello, I'm Tony Kranz, and I welcome you to this 2024 State of the City address. And I am very proud to serve as the mayor of the city of Encinitas and look forward to laying out the things that we've accomplished as well as the things we look forward to doing in the year ahead. Without a doubt, the greatest accomplishments we've made over the year have to do with mobility issues and the effective use of bike lanes and other traffic facilities that are going to make it safer to get around town. We have put in place an excellent team of city personnel. Nick Buck is our mobility manager, and he is working with the community to offer safety classes for new e-bike riders and training more trainers so that the school districts can take advantage of a pool of teachers for bike safety. So I expect that to be a big part of the safety enhancements that we roll out in the year ahead. And we also are making big strides with the homelessness issue. We have, for the first time, access to a shelter, the Buena Creek Navigation Center, which is located in Vista. We have partnered with the city of Vista and have 12 beds that are available for people who are experiencing homelessness in our city. And our social worker team, the HOPE team with the sheriff's deputies, will be working with the folks on the city streets that need shelter over their heads. So these are some great programs that have been part of our homeless action plan, and I'm looking forward to seeing them implemented for the first time. I'm very excited to be able to cut the ribbon on the Pacific View Arts Center in the next couple of months. The purchase of the Pacific View School site from the Encinitas Union School District in 2014 brings us to the 10-year anniversary of that acquisition, and it has taken a long time, but we're finally to the point where we're going to be able to gather on that beautiful historic school site. We expect it to be open this summer, and we're looking forward to offering a number of classes in arts and music and dance and literature and a number of other things that I think will make it a very special place.
Hi, I'm Allison Blackwell, the Deputy Mayor for the City of Encinitas, representing District 1. I'm really happy to share some of the city's accomplishments tonight, particularly for District 1, with a focus on infrastructure. So let's talk drains, trains, and lanes. We'll start with trains. One of the projects is the Leucadia at-grade rail crossings. This has been underway for a while, but we've made really good progress in the last year. There are 2 rail crossings in development based on community input, one at Glaucus and one at Grandview, and they're going to allow people to cross from the east to the west of the tracks along that 1.3-mile stretch of road on Vulcan. We've been working on funding the design phase of this project, and in collaboration with the North County Transit District, as well as the rail lines, we're able to move forward our application to the California Public Utilities Commission very soon. All right, so let's talk about drains and lanes, and that's the project called Streetscape Segment C. So that involves not just surface level improvements, but also drainage improvements. And first, we have a $4 million grant from the federal government to put a much bigger pipe at the north end of the 101. And second, Streetscape itself has about $7 million devoted to drainage. That includes curbs and gutters, more stormwater drain inlets, as well as some connector pipes that will help us with drainage improvements in the future. We now have a lot to do to improve Leucadia drainage, but this is a significant step in the right direction. And we're also getting those street level improvements. We're going to have more parking, we're going to have a roundabout, better landscaping, and even sidewalks for people to get around. Finally, let's talk about some other lanes improvements on Quail Gardens Drive and Saxony Road. We have come together as the community, the city staff, and the council to really address traffic and mobility safety issues on these 2 roads. And we've got some good improvements planned ahead of the development that's going in that area. And that includes pedestrian and biking improvements and some traffic calming measures, such as a roundabout on Quail Gardens Drive and a chicane on Saxony Road. I'm really glad we've made this progress together, the city and the community. District 1 has needed some infrastructure improvements for a long while, and we're making really great progress and expect more to come.
My name is Kelly Hinsey, and I'm the council member that serves District 2 here in the city of Encinitas. The El Portal Undercross art project is one that's really special to my community. It's done in partnership with the city, Sandag, and NCTD, and different from the other undercrossings in our city. This one actually will be adorned once complete with the artwork from the Pawleckee Central students. I had the great privilege of attending Pawleckee Central School. I began kindergarten there in 1989, and my mom, she taught there for many decades. And it's my hope that my daughters will be able to attend school there someday as well. We are looking forward to doing an unveiling of the artwork the weekend before school starts again this fall. Orpheus Park is another centerpiece of our community. It's 31 years old and it's due for revitalization. Fortunately, the city obtained a grant from California State Parks and Recreation, a state grant, to redo all of the equipment at the park. In addition to a lot of the children's playground equipment, we'll also have an adult facility on the same site. So being able to have brand new playground equipment for the students and the children who attend that park, as well as the adults with this new addition of an adult facility with exercise equipment, is going to be an enhancement to the community. Now let's talk about downtown Encinitas. It's our vibrant gathering core of our city. People of all ages, all abilities, all different modes of travel come to our downtown to enjoy our restaurants, our retail establishments, our yoga studios, the ocean, the beaches, the parks, everything that's nearby. So by establishing this corridor from J Street to D Street as a business district, we've been able to bring the speed down to 25 miles per hour and ensure better safety for all the users of the road. We had unanimous approval from our Mobility and Traffic Safety Commission to bring the speeds down. We had resounding support from our business owners, from our property owners, and the community members who are so used to wanting to come downtown to spend time. I am so proud of my district. I'm so proud of the collaboration that I've been able to enjoy because of such a helpful, dedicated city staff, my colleagues on the council, and of course our community who is always striving for progress. They're so dedicated and just committed to seeing a better vision for our city.
Hello, I'm Joy Lines. I'm City Council Representative for District 3. It's really our duty to make sure we've got our infrastructure in good shape and it really accommodates the needs of the entire city. But we can't always predict everything, and with the rains and the recent infrastructure and emergency issue on Lake Drive, which was a sinkhole, we responded immediately and brought in the resources to make sure that we could address that as quickly as possible to contain it and to make sure that that road was opened up again very soon. We continue to have challenges, and we look to the future to be able to prioritize and fund our infrastructure in a way that we can address the 50-some-year-old infrastructure that we have here in the city. Now I'd like to talk about Santa Fe Drive because it is such an important community enhancement. Not only to District 3, it's a really major conduit for everyone of all modes throughout the city. What the project will achieve is protected sidewalks and a signalized crossing for the students going to school at San Dieguito Academy, as well as parking and landscape and beautification. So we're really targeting what's so important to the community, our students, our children, and all of us who need to use Santa Fe Drive. I'm really proud of that project. We've engaged with our partners at the state level with funding from Senator Blake Spear and also grant funding from other sources to make things happen here for us in our community to make it safer. Our Habitat Stewardship Program started at Cottonwood Creek in a partnership with the Botanic Garden, who has been an amazing partner for us here at the city. We've established models for restoration in this Cottonwood Creek. Now we've expanded to Oak Crest Park, where we have very significant native plants that need to be protected. Each of our open spaces has such unique attributes. Every single one of them needs to be protected and maintained. Invasives need to be removed. Erosion needs to be remedied. And we have made a commitment across the city to address this concern. So I look forward to continuing to work with you, with the community, to continue to press for good solutions in the areas of affordability, of environmental quality, and of improved safety across our community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bruce Ehlers. I'm Encinitas City Council member for District 4. The first item I wanted to talk about was the Liebenhain evacuation plans. This has been significantly improved, and through not only having our new fire chief look at it, but also by having local community groups and local community members give input. In particular, the Olevenhain Fire Safe Council has been instrumental in updating it, along with the Olevenhain Town Council. They've added additional evacuation routes that weren't considered before, including westbound on Encinitas Boulevard is now open to use. We also have the option of using the two gates, La Posta and Village Park. In addition to the evacuation plan, our local fire department has held joint exercises on wildland fire safety. This is a fantastic change because I don't think we've ever done this kind of drill before in Olevenhain. Another project is the Trail 82 segment along Rancho Santa Fe Road in Olevenhain. This connects the trail from the old meeting hall down to the corner of Encinitas Boulevard and Rancho Santa Fe Road. It will provide safe access for pedestrians, for bicyclists, and even equestrian riders along Rancho Santa Fe Road. I know the community is really looking forward to having this project completed. I can't wait to get the funding in place so we can construct it. Probably the biggest item that I wanted to talk about today is the acquisition of the property in the northeast corner of 101 and La Costa Avenue. A great asset, 1.5 acres, was acquired by the city this year for $6 million. This was a collaborative effort of the entire council. It was the staff, even the realtors worked closely, and the seller, all worked together to get this done in a very timely fashion. One of our strategic goals in Encinitas is to acquire open space and maintain and evolve our community character. This parcel is important in maintaining that character. I enjoy all the input and meetings we have with various community members and groups. That's one of the things I've always loved about being an activist here in Encinitas and now on council. It is the involvement of the community and hearing from everybody. I look forward to continuing that and doing more good things for Encinitas.
As you've just heard, the city has a number of exciting things that are happening. We're blessed with a fantastic business community, very active, engaged citizens, and an ethic of protecting our environment and keeping this place a wonderful city to live in. It is always very exciting to have this annual check-in with the members of our community, and I look forward to continuing the great things that we've begun in the year ahead.